how folks can relate to a publication like this on a non-Indigenous, or maybe you are Indigenous, but you're not Anishinaabe, right? So going back to your question, is Native issues are not just Native issues. These are critical issues that are impacting everyone. So, for example, water protection. There's a big fight right now with water and land rights in Native communities because of resources that are being found on tribal lands. So we'll go back to 2016 Standing Rock, right? That's the big one. That's the big one that everybody in my generation, that was the big movement, right? And so that goes across multiple different planes because we have that same issue here in Michigan with Line 5. And just kind of bringing awareness about some of those potential dangers that these issues can bring about, right? So the Dakota Access Pipeline was going to go through the Missouri River, which supplies water to millions of folks, not only just, urban folks, but also to farmers. And so it was going to affect more than just that river basin, right? It was going to affect the water that was going to touch thousands, probably even millions of crops that folks across the United States consume every year. So thinking about some of those big picture issues, for instance, Line 5 in the Mackinac Straits, that we already see what pollution has done to Lake Huron and Lake Erie. And so we as Indigenous people are trying to protect the beauty that is the water, right? Not only because it's our responsibility as Indigenous folks, but it's our responsibility to humanity. Lake Michigan has the most beautiful, well, other than Lake Superior, I'll have to admit, I'm a little biased, but Lake Michigan and Lake Superior has some of the most beautiful, cleanest water in this country. And so the danger of having Line 5 or another oil pipeline going through it, like the Dakota Access Pipeline, that poses a potential threat not only to Indigenous communities, sacred sites, it poses a huge threat to the rest of the ecosystem that thrives on that water. So that's kind of, that is the lens that I wish folks, Indigenous, non-Indigenous folks would look at through this publication. That these issues, yes, while Native people are taking a stand because we are responsible, the gift of this land was given to us, right, by our mother, and we do take it a lot personally, but I would really, really hope that folks can kind of see this as more than just a tribal issue, that it's everyone's issue.